Please be seated. I am Will and Taryn's friend, Tom, and I will be the officiant for today's ceremony. Welcome, family and friends. We are gathered here today to witness and celebrate the marriage of Will and Taryn. We are not here to mark the start of a relationship, however. We are here to recognize a bond that already exists. Taryn and Will have spent the last 5 years together, so we have come together to bear witness to the bond that has grown between them. Today, they will affirm this bond formally and publicly. But this affirmation of love would not be the same if they could not share it with their most beloved friends and family members. As Marcel Proust said, let us be grateful to people who make us happy. They are charming gardeners who make our souls blossom. Will and Taryn hope that they can mark their transition to husband and wife not only by celebrating the love between themselves, but also by celebrating the love between all of us, including the love of their parents, siblings, extended family, and best friends. Without that love, today would be far less joyous. Thank you all for being here. We are here today for love. Too many poets and writers have tried to encapsulate this feeling that drives much of our humanity. St. Paul said that love is patient, love is kind, love never fails. The great Sufi poet Rumi said that love is the bridge between you and everything. Shakespeare said that love looks not with the eyes, but with the mind, and there is winged Cupid painted blind. Marriage is more than love, though. Love might be the foundation on which a marriage is built, but there is more than just love in making a successful marriage. It begins today, as Will and Taryn lay the foundation of the marriage in the presence of their most beloved friends and family members. But the journey of a marriage lasts a lifetime. In the years ahead, there will be good days and bad days, hard days and easy days, sad days and happy days, moments of grief and beauty, moments large and small. The love that built a marriage finds its way into all these moments. I know that advice has probably been plentiful in the moments leading up to this day. I won't put either Will or Taryn, or the rest of you, through the complete list of everyone's favorite marital advice, as I'm sure they've already heard most of it on their journey to this moment. I'll only add 2 quick things. The first is my personal belief that the best marital advice is given through example. Behind both Will and Taryn, they have the best advice they could possibly want in the marriages of their respective parents. Very hard to argue with examples like that. The second thing is a piece of advice that was dispensed to Allie and I a few hours into our very own wedding reception. To this day, I'm not sure I could tell you how we found ourselves outside talking to an old grizzled trucker. We were somewhere in the wilds of South Dakota, but there we were. He and his wife had been married for 40 years, he said, and he looked me in the eye and he said, "Son, do you know what the most important words in a marriage are?" I'm pretty sure, since this was a few hours into my own wedding reception, that my answer was probably, "I love you." And that grizzled old trucker just shook his head and said, "No, you're wrong. The 2 most important words in a marriage are, I'm sorry." Today, Will and Taryn, we're here to witness the start of your journey together. This declaration of love in front of your friends and family here today is only the foundation. The life ahead of you, that you'll have to build together. Happily, I am not the only one who wants to say a few words. Lisa, one of Taryn's aunts, will now read A Lovely Love Story by Edward Monkton.
The fierce dinosaur was trapped inside his cage of ice. Although it was cold, he was happy in there. It was, after all, his cage. Then along came the lovely other dinosaur. The lovely other dinosaur melted the dinosaur's cage with kind words and loving thoughts. "I like this dinosaur," thought the lovely other dinosaur. "Although he is fierce, he is also tender and funny. He is also quite clever, though I will not tell him this for now." "I like this lovely other dinosaur," thought the dinosaur. "She is beautiful, and she is different, and she smells so nice. She is also a free spirit, which is a quality I much admire in a dinosaur. But he can be so distant and so peculiar at times, thought the lovely other dinosaur. He is also overly fond of things. Are all dinosaurs so overly fond of things? But her mind skips from here to there so quickly, thought the dinosaur. She is also uncommonly keen on shopping. Are all lovely other dinosaurs so uncommonly keen on shopping? I will forgive his peculiarity and his concern for things, thought the lovely other dinosaur, for they are part of what makes them a richly character individual. I will forgive her skipping mind and her fondness for shopping, thought the dinosaur, for she fills our life with beautiful thoughts and wonderful surprises. Besides, I am not unkeen on shopping either. Now the dinosaur and the lovely other dinosaur are old. Look at them. Together they stand on the hill, telling each other stories and feeling the warmth of the sun on their backs. And that, my friends, is how it is with love. Let us all be dinosaurs and lovely other dinosaurs together, for the sun is warm and the world is a beautiful place.
Helen, also one of Taryn's aunts, will now read a quote by Neil deGrasse Tyson.
Recognize that the very molecules that make up your body, the atoms that construct the molecules, are traceable to the crucibles that were once the centers of high-mass stars that exploded their chemically rich pits into the galaxy, enriching pristine gas clouds with the chemistry of life. So that we are all connected to each other, biologically, to the Earth chemically, and to the rest of the universe atomically. It makes me smile, and I actually feel quite large at the end of that. It's not that we are better than the universe. We are part of the universe. We are in the universe, and the universe is in us.
Thomas, the microphone's not on.
I think it just needs to be turned down, pointed down to the speaker.
Is that better?
No, it's
Okay. We usually spend our time concerned with the routine of daily living. We wake up, go to work, eat lunch, come home. We worry, plan, work, drive, but for a few moments every so often we get to experience something transcendent. When we witness beauty, we pause, amazed. We revel in the feeling deep and beyond words, indisputable and timeless. It leaves us breathless and fulfilled and amazed. No matter how much we think of ourselves as rational, logical human beings, we have an irresistible drive to forget reason and simply feel something spiritual. Those are moments to be cherished. Will and Taryn experience that when they see the beauty of nature. In their eyes, there is something more than the trees and the meadows and the rocks. There is something deep, more striking. This is the same feeling that they discovered by falling in love with one another. When you are in love, you get to grab a piece of transcendence and take it with you in your daily life. You don't have to trek to a river valley or to the top of a mountain to feel something important and indescribable. You can feel the beauty and enormity of the mountains within your own heart. And that is really why we are here today, because the love is enormous, and to take even a tiny piece into yourself and be able to experience and understand it is the greatest gift in the world. Today we take time to celebrate sublime moments in our lives and to remember just how important love is to all of us. Judy, Will's aunt, will now read the charge to the couple.
Will and Taryn, for the past 5 years, you have built a strong foundation for your relationship based on honesty and respect. You have found joy in one another's company, and you have become better, more fulfilled people because of your connection. You have been able to stay together through the varied challenges of living apart during graduate school and starting new careers because of your shared values, humour, history, and unconditional love for one another. As long as you maintain these qualities, you will have a long and successful marriage. However, when a relationship matures, it is natural to become complacent. It is important to remember not to take your partner for granted or to neglect your relationship, because your relationship so far has been easy. Instead, give priority to the tenderness, gentleness, and kindness that you each deserve. Remember to give each other a kiss in the morning and a hug after a long day. Take time to go on adventures together, share your passions, and explore life's deeper questions. Pursue new experiences, grow together, and most importantly, laugh often. There will be difficulties ahead, but if you face them as a couple with a strong sense of love, perspective, and mutual support, you will not only survive but thrive. A brief moment in time and a stroke of a pen are all that is required to create the legal bond of marriage. But it takes a lifetime of love, commitment, and communication to make a marriage durable and eternal. The process of marriage does not begin or end today. It is a lifelong journey. Your relationship already has all of the necessary components for success, but you must maintain that from here forward by remembering what is important in your relationship and why you are making this commitment to one another today. Will and Taryn, as long as you are both respectful of each other, you will make it through the numerous changes and chapters that your lives will take. As long as you honour the promises that you will make to each other today, you will create a life of love and happiness.
Taryn and Will, you fell in love by chance, but you're here today because you're making a choice. You are both choosing each other. You've chosen to be with someone who enhances you, who makes you think, makes you smile, makes every day brighter. As you speak your vows to one another, you will discover that these are truly sacred promises and must be kept forever. Taryn and Will are here to marry each other. No one else's will can create such a union. It is their words, their intentions, their vision that must define and shape this marriage. So I call upon them now to state their promise before this group, the pledges that will bind them together.
I see these vows not as promises but as privileges. I get to laugh with you, care for you, and share with you. I get to run with you and walk with you, build with you and live with you. There is nothing we cannot face if we stand together. Most of all, I will be a true and loyal friend to you. I love you.
Will, I love you. I choose you to be my husband as no one other than yourself. You're such a genuine, caring person, and I'm lucky to have you as my husband. I promise to support you, inspire you, and above all, love you. I want to learn with you and grow with you, even as time and life changes both. I promise today to be your best friend and wife through all of life's adventures.
Now, it is time to exchange rings. Wedding rings are a tangible symbol of the vows that you have just made to each other. Wear them every day to remind yourselves of the promises that you have made. In addition, realize that when you place the wedding rings on each other's fingers, you are releasing the past, bringing only those memories, desires, and hopes which will belong to each other into your future life together. Will?
This ring. Happy wedding.
Taryn?
With this ring, are you good?
Will and Taryn, well, you're already forward, but please sign your names to the certificate of marriage. With this act, your marriage becomes legally binding in the eyes of the state. By the power vested in me, I hereby pronounce you husband and wife. You may now kiss the bride. Family and friends, it's with great pleasure that I present to you for the first time Will and Taryn as husband and wife.